I'm Adam C and welcome to the glorious grounds of Beaulieu. Now this video is brought to you by carhuddle.com, the free online car show directory, and today is not a car show. Today I will be taking a Cobra for the drive, but as you probably noticed, that's not my one. This is an AK427 replica Cobra, which is hired to me by Beauieu Garage. They have a classic car rental company, and I have taken this car out for the day to see how it compares to my Cobra. So, AK is another kit that creates fiberglass molds of the Cobra Replica. It's a similar budget to the Dax Replica kit that I've got on mine, and this one also has the 5.7 litre Chevy 350 V8 engine as well. So, it should perform in a very similar manner. Similar budget, similar engine. However, this one has rear exit exhaust rather than my side pipe, so it will have a very different sound as well. So the interior is very different as well. We'll come on to that later, but first it's time for a little drive in the car and to see how it compares. I'm looking forward to this. Now getting into the car is very similar to mine. There's a little handle here that you pull to open the door. This one actually opens a lot better than mine does. Getting in, it's not too horrendous. The seats on this are a lot more padded than my one. My ones are quite low to the floor actually. I feel a bit higher up. These seats are adjustable, whereas my ones are not. You tend to buy the Cobra kit based on your size. You buy the car to fit you rather than buy yourself and then fit yourself in the car. So put it as far back as I can. The steering wheel feels a lot lower down and closer to me than my one as well. I'll try and adjust that, but I don't know if I can. And also it's a smaller Motor steering wheel than my one. I've got the bigger wooden one, so it's going to be very different as well. So it's also got the race harnesses, which are different to mine again. Okay, now, so starting up, immobiliser, key in ignition is the barrel over here on the side, whereas mine's underneath. So whereas these kits may look the same, they're all very different. Ignition on, and there's a starter button just here. Right, let's go for a drive. Handbrake's in the same place as well. So even though I've adjusted the seat, I do feel a lot closer forward to in my one. It's a very different driving position. I haven't got much space for my right hand arm as I do in my one, so it's a bit smaller. There's a horse down there eating some grass. You've got to be wary of that.
Oh, come here! Yeah, that's a good boy! Come here! Come here! Come here! Come here! That's a good boy! Hey, hi!
I have one more horsepower.
Oh, he's looking. Oh.
Now, though they have the same engines, they might have different horsepowers. I'm not entirely sure at the moment how much horsepower this has. It sounds very different. It's a bit more kind of held back than mine, because obviously mine's got a loud straight through side pipes. This has got a back box, it's got rear exit exhaust, so doing that. But the experience, I love the shape of the bonnet on this, it's glorious. And the metallic green Jaguar paintwork is such a nice finishing touch. The interior, maybe not as glorious as the paintwork, but it matches. It might just be because it's a windy day today, but the wind effectors don't seem to be as effective as on my one. The engine definitely has an older feel to it than my one. My one's got some modern race parts fitted to it, whereas this is a standard Chevrolet 350 engine as it was out of factory back in maybe the 70s, so you can definitely tell that classicness about it. And Today I have been lent this car by Beaulieu Motors down in Beaulieu in the New Forest. They rent out cars like this, E-Type, Austin Healey, as well as sell them. So you can hire a car for the day, and it's not like a Fiesta, it's a classic car. Well, I think now it's time to have a little bite to eat and review the car and see what it's all about. The turning circle is not great, but it's not a city car per se. I can't find reverse. Let's go forwards into a space and then worry about it afterwards. So first impressions based on the initial drive is not quite as fast as my one, but then again it doesn't have some of the higher performance parts bolted onto the engine that my one does, but it's still got the AWOC carbs and about 300 horsepower. The interior is a bit different to mine. It's got more of a flat tunnel here. Mine's mine's got a curved one there. The gear stick's very different as well. It's a different gearbox. This is the same gearbox that was used in the E30 3 Series, but it's a gorgeous shade of Jaguar emerald green. It's got the twin roll hoops like mine, but without the third leg that my one does. The fuel filler cap is here. Mine is a little bit over here. Not really sure why, and again, as I said earlier, the steering wheel is a little bit different as well. But something that I do like about this is, much like mine, the rev counter is here and the speedo is here. As Carol Shelby says, you drive on the revs, not on the speeds, so this rev counter is the most important one to have in sight. The wing mirrors, much like on most Cobras, are pretty useless, but let's take a look at the engine bay. So as I said earlier, this is the Chevy 350 5.7 litre V8. This is an untuned version, around about 300 horsepower. It's been painted gold to go along with the green paintwork, a nice colour combination with the Edelbrook air filter and dress-up kit. Very good. The way to tell a Chevrolet engine from a Ford is the Chevrolet engine has a distributor here, whereas the Ford engine has a distributor on the front. However, I believe the Rover V8 also has on the front. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, it's difficult to tell, but that's the Chevy versus Ford. Obviously, original Cobras back in the 60s had the big Ford 427 blocks or the 289, whereas this is the Chevy 350. Not quite right, but these are more accessible engines, easier to work on, and a lot cheaper. So most Cobras go for the Chevy 350, and some even bore them out to 6.3 litres, making them a bit of a monster. But this one is tameable, it's very manageable. Great for a car where you maybe haven't driven a Cobra before and want to hire this for the day and don't want to scare yourself silly into a ditch. So it's a controllable Cobra, which can't be said for a lot of them. I mean, mine's a bit wayward at times, but this one's definitely got a more of a classic feel to it. But yes, we've just had some lunch. Time to drive on our full bellies. More in the Cobra, testing out the lovely roads of Beaulieu. I've also noticed it's got a bit of a mesh grille here protecting the radiator, which is a nice touch. So let's hop in. Something that this one has that my one doesn't is a choke.
Oh, you choked to death.
Sometimes carburetted cars don't quite like chokes. They are helpful for when it's cold, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't work well for the fuel mixture. So yes, I choked it to death there. It's also got some little pockets here, which is neat. Oh, there's nothing hidden in there. I have to say though, it's an easier car to drive than mine is. Mine is a bit of an event.
Pussy! Oh my god, his ear's like twisted.
There's no better experience than being in an open top car with a V8 at the front, rear wheel drive, no drive rates, no traction control, no ABS, no heating or radio.
No heated seats.
No heated seats.
No heated steering wheel.
No parking sensors.
No reversing camera.
No reversing gear. MX-5! So, which of the two cars, my blue with white stripes Cobra, that classic livery with the side pipes, or this more reserved and tasteful spec with the beautiful dark green Cobra do you prefer? Which is the best one? Well, find out for yourself. If you head down to Beaulieu Garage, you can hire this very car and find out for yourself what the Cobra Replica game is all about. And other classic cars are available too. They've got cars for sale and for hire, and paintwork, mechanical, everything you can expect. But I've had a great day in this Cobra, just as he has in his C63 that just got past. I hope you enjoyed that short little video in this car, but for now, thanks for watching.